Hey everybody, this is Adawa from My Gaming Addiction, and for a long time now I've enjoyed the pleasures of high triangle foundations, but I've been taking a break from them lately because they're just so difficult to build with. You have to have a really flat area, and until recently I didn't really use them for a long time. Now I want to take a look here at a stability bunker using high triangle foundations, and I got this idea from Rust Build Science. I talked to these guys on Discord, and they're really incredible people. They have a lot of amazing exploits that they've discovered, and they deserve credit for this one for sure, as well as many other ideas that they don't always get credit for. So check out their channel and definitely subscribe because they post really frequently. They have over 4,000 hours of combined experience, so yeah, check it out. So basically, this is my floor plan idea for using a stability bunker that uses only 151 HQM for the build and 100 HQM for the deployables. So it's really, really cheap. And if you don't even honeycomb this thing, it's 15 rockets to get in, and it's just so darn cheap. It's even feasible for a vanilla server, I imagine. Now, I always play on modded servers, but I think it's cool for a change for me to experience, a base that is not super expensive to build. So check out some cool features here. We got a vertical pass-through for you and your teammates to, work together without opening this up, maybe even in the middle of a raid or something like that. Get some bullets up there. But yeah, right here we've got a lot of storage. We have 5 large wooden boxes in each of the 2 loot rooms here, with access to your TC. Now the upkeep on this is really amazing. It's only 22 HQM and 193 sheet metal. The sheet metal is basically the floor, this wall frame right here, and 1 wall. That's it. And then the rest is just all foundations. Now triangle foundations and ceilings, they cost less than square, right? So you can see with the wood there, it's 25 versus 50. Now if we go to armor, that's 13 versus 25. Compare that to a wall, that's 25. Or a roof, that's 25. Or a ceiling, that's also 25. So I love HQM, my goal is always to use it wisely, but it's not always the case. Sometimes I'm a bit wasteful with honeycombing in areas I don't really need to honeycomb in. But with this base, it's just like absolutely only what you need in terms of HQM. So yeah, you can see ceilings and foundations are only 7 HQMs. This is why this thing is so cheap, because most of this is triangles, and we only have 2 squares that are sheet metal on the foundation and HQM on the ceiling. So that's why it's so cheap, and you have a lot of room with this floor plan that I came up with. And let's check out how to build this thing. Basically, you're going to look for a very flat area. Now, the flat area I recommend would be on a dry lake bed. Do not build on a ice lake. They just don't work. They don't function the same way in terms of the where the terrain is. Now, you're going to want to, before you build something, actually, let's just destroy this whole thing. I'll build over here. So here's the stripped down version. And in here I have even more storage. I have up to 13 large wooden boxes in terms of equivalency. I've got 10 large wooden boxes right here, and a bunch of small ones that come up to about 13 large wooden boxes in total. And yeah, let's check out this one over here. Same idea. We're going to destroy this and build right here. And I'm just going to remove everything here and that as well. So let's talk about building locations. Now, before you just start, testing out if the foundations are all going to fit, take a look at your large wooden box and see that you're not too deep into the water. Okay, back up and take a look around. You look for a very flat area. This area is not as flat as where I built over there. So here is a very important tip. You're going to do your first foundation on the flattest area, but on the part that's pointing towards the deeper part of the lake. Okay, that's important. So we're facing down slope, basically. Do not place your first foundation going upslope, because eventually your foundations are going to be floating above the ground, and you can't do that. All right, let's start the build now. Enough talking. So, high triangle foundation, medium square, low triangle. All right. The footprint of this, maybe I'll go in this direction. We're going to do 2 squares and 4 triangles, just like that. I'm going to upgrade all of this to sheet metal, and this guy is going to be armored. Now, you could place these triangle foundations in 2 different ways. You could either go medium height and then another medium height or high triangle foundation, then do this one as high, and you can destroy this or leave it for later to be honeycomb. But the other way to do this is to come on up here and figure out the pattern that you need to go all the way around with triangle foundations. So filling in certain areas with squares where you need them. So you can see we're not going to actually use these as HQM, right? I'll put that as stone later on, or I'll even destroy it. So yeah, the pattern here is we're going to do 5 triangles at the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a square, triangle, square, triangle, triangle, and triangle. Okay, so let's go repeat that over here. We got 5 triangles at the back, square, triangle, square, 3 triangles. Now, don't upgrade these guys yet, but you can upgrade everything else that is touching a lower foundation. All right, and you're probably going to want, even before you do all that, you're probably going to want to secure your base. So put in a sheet metal wall right here and a wall frame in sheet metal. Put a HQM ceiling on and put on your garage door facing outwards. You can put a wall frame right here in twig and one right here in twig as well. So let's get that TC down, and I'm going to get rid of this stuff so that we can really get into the corner there. All right, and put that TC down in the back corner here, flush against the wall. Snap it, push it, bop it, you got it. Okay, close up this garage door. We'll come back later, and we can do our ceilings as well. Now, basically it's 2 squares, 3 triangles, but before you do any of that, we're going to place our magic Manlycat research table right here, okay? So, get out your research table and face in this direction, and you're going to have your research table snap kind of where it wants to go, diagonally, just like that. Now, don't upgrade this, because we're going to keep that as twig for always and ever. Always and ever, is that a phrase? I don't know, not sure. So right here now we can close this up, and these guys can be HQM, because we're not going to open this up ever again. This wall frame right here, we don't need it right now, but yeah, actually get rid of that. Now we can upgrade this guy, and you might even want to place a drop box up here, but that might interfere with placing your tier 3 right here. So play around with it later on as you see the complete build. But basically place these, it's kind of like evil worst tip, you know, to place a tier 3 in a triangle. But what we want is we're going to use this to hop up and out. Basically place it so it's inside the brown lines, and you can see it's you know, it goes over, and we can't upgrade this right now, but that's okay. Quickly put down some small wooden boxes, and we're done with tier 3, so let's grab that and just do this classic trick right here. Place that, rotate this. You can upgrade this now, all right, and then put in your other small wooden box. All right, rotate that again, and you're good. Let's close this up. And now we're completely secure. We can focus on interior design. So there's one thing that I wish I had done first, which is, I wish that I had not placed this yet, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. It's okay if you do it like this, it's fine. All right, I just want to get rid of this, I don't like it. Don't like it. Okay, let's do our loot room. So remember, we have a wall frame right here and a full wall here. Over here, we do not have the socket being occupied. So place down a half wall, square ceiling, and over here, we're gonna do a, oops, if we can't place this guy right here, you gotta move your TC. So get your TC ready. You don't wanna have someone else place it above you. Okay, and we're gonna try to get this as far back and to the left as possible. Check that out. Doesn't look that good. Remember, if you have HQM right next to you, which is a rare thing to see, I'll just show you what it looks like if it was sheet metal. You can see it's actually quite flush with the wall. So the model for HQM just looks different in terms of there's more of a gap. All right, let's see if this places now, and it doesn't. So unfortunately, sometimes that's going to happen, and on a vanilla server, that's going to be really expensive for you to make these mistakes. But what's going on here? What do I need to do differently? Maybe because it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm not focused. Maybe that's it. Okay, make that stone. And I gotta work tomorrow, guys, so I'm just doing this video for the 3rd time after some technical errors. For example, I left the Rust Build Science browser image open on OBS for the entire last time I recorded this video. So yeah, all right, let's do the loot rooms. Straightforward loot rooms. If you already know how to do this, fast forward until the end. But this is how I fit in, like, 12 or 13 large wooden boxes. So we're gonna put 5 large here and here. So there's 10 in total, and the rest will be small wooden boxes. Okay, here we go. So grab your large wooden box, and at the back, place it as far back as you can. Okay, and then right here, do this one next, and just place that. It's not going to be perfectly flush with the wall because this guy is kind of like interacting a little bit with it. In fact, that's pretty ugly. Let's try that again. Pay attention to the sheet metal, the rows of squares on the floor, and try to get it straight with that. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're probably not going to fit anything in between this box and this guy right here. But because we have our garage door on here, if boxes poke through, that might be a problem. But once people are in here, I mean, they're going to raid your base. The main thing is just to slow them down. This is 3 rockets, so it gives you a little bit of time to defend, or maybe they turn around and go away. Okay, so we got 3 right here. I don't think we can fit this in, but we could if we played around with removing this first and placing that better. Wow, my throat's getting sore, guys. I gotta go to bed. Hop up here, do your classic. Oh my gosh, clearing my throat is not what you want to hear right now, but yeah, my throat's getting sore. All right, so there we go. That's our 5. That's gonna poke through slightly right there. Maybe that's fine. Over here, we're gonna do the same thing, except instead of a TC, we're gonna put a small wooden box. So right here, just right like that. And boom, and this guy right here probably should be placed first. So it looks pretty good, and might even be able to place this from this angle. No, I can't. It's not perfect. I'm getting tired. Starting to stutter. When I'm stressed out or tired, I stutter. Yeah, see this gap right here. If you really want to fix that, then don't place this here yet, right? Maybe you've opened this up secretly. Yeah. All right, and then place this right here. And you want to get that snapped against the back wall. I don't know, that looks pretty good. Again, the HQM has this gap, right? So if we downgrade right now, you can see it's really flush. All right, that's beautiful. And right here, we got one more. And if I can fit this in nicely, I might be able to fit in one of these guys right here. And I'm really happy with that. That's great. That's great. So proud of myself. All right, hopping up here and do the same thing. All right, so that's 5 large wooden boxes, 2 small, 5 over here, and we can fit in, can we fit anything in here? Can we fit this? Or would that stop us from accessing this guy at the back? Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, that worked. All right. I'm happy. Okay, good. Oh, by the way, the upkeep so far. Not so far. I mean, this is the core that, you know, you're just going to surround with like stone or sheet metal or whatever you want to afford. But look at it. It's so cheap. You know, we already have 15 rockets of protection. So that's 18 HQM. Incredible. Well, that's a little more once we add this guy back. All right, I can already feel you saying this video is going too slow. Remember, we cannot close this up. If we close this up, this is not going to work later on, okay? So, see what I'm saying? All right, let's wrap this up. So, we got some more things to place down here. We got our research table. We got our tier 3. We got our TC. We got whatever it is, 10 large wooden boxes plus, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 11 large wooden boxes. So then the goal here is just to, you know, fit in some more. So we want to place things without interfering with this wall frame right here. But basically, let's just see what we can do here. 1. This could go flush here. It's fine. Let's go there. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. So we're up to 11. Now we have to place 2 more small wooden boxes. Don't be like me and forget to place down a sleeping bag. A stability bunker is not a stability bunker without a sleeping bag. It's just a waste of resources. So make sure you have your sleeping bag and name it, of course, so you know where you're going, and then you can get out. But the cool thing about this, right, is that you got this opportunity to not open this up in the middle of a raid. You can have a teammate come down and do what they need to do down here. So yeah, let's, it is possible to place 2 of these on a high foundation from left to right. It's also possible to go up here and down here, but then you might not be able to get in here. So, oh, I did it. Okay. But if you feel that that's frustrating, like if you're not able to, oh, that's actually really easy. Okay, I'll keep that. But yeah, you might get blocked if you place that there. All right, let's wrap this video up. I think you get the idea. So that's equivalent to 12 large wooden boxes. I fit in 13 in the other one, but fiddle around with it. You'll figure it out. Let's think about honeycombing here so that it looks poor and not interesting to raid. And yeah, what are we at here? Oh, that's kind of different than I expected, but yeah, you can do that. You see right here, it's not in the terrain. So if you have that, this is perfect timing. Then just come down and just cheat, you know, just go like that. Okay. Now keep in mind that maybe you want to place this here, and if you want to place that, that means you cannot place a half wall right here, right? if you do, then this next one's not going to place. Too close to another building piece. So read those error messages so you understand what's happening. But yeah, just honeycomb it and have fun. Have fun. So right here, it's as I promised, really cheap. 158 HQM for building and 100 for high quality metal. And yeah, I mean, it's not going to be that expensive to raid, but holy smokes, is it cheap to build. Holy smokes, gee willikers. Obviously place that not in stone, but yeah, just to finish off this video, I'm going to raid it, so let's do it. Let's just pretend that we got some doors here, right? And got to go through some windows. So I would recommend what other people have recommended, basically. So put your glass on the outside and your embrasures on the inside, okay? So this right here, this is 4 rockets to go through here. This is 4, and this is 4. So now, if you want, upgrade this, right? Maybe you want to upgrade this as well. Okay, it's going to look a little more appealing to raiders that way. But now this is 8 rockets to get through here. I'll demonstrate. All right. Actually, that kind of didn't prove my point, but yeah. So let's turn on the raid calculator that Vice has modded, not modded, but like designed, and let's do this. So let's just go for it. Let's do 16 rockets. And that was 15 actually. 15 rockets, pardon me. And we're in. Now we got this door. If we didn't know where the TC was, this might be the situation we're in. Otherwise, it might be just 15 right to here. But yeah, 3 rockets and we're in. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed the idea in terms of this floor plan. Again, the sort of arrangement of the stability bunker with the high triangle foundations. Credit goes to Rust Build Science, so I want to say thank you to them for continuing to inspire us. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and stay tuned for more cool videos like this. All right, take care.